All right, so I think we've all heard the news, but I'm just going to break it if you haven't seen it already. Damian Lillard is heading back to Portland on a 3-year, $42 million deal with a player option. The reason why he's heading back to Portland is to be home where his family is, because he didn't want to be anywhere else other than Portland. That's what we've gotten so far. And ultimately, I'm going to talk about this from a basketball side, and I'm going to talk about this from Damian's side. But I'm going to start with Damian first. So obviously, no, the Bucks fucked up. They decided to waive him stupidly, and he goes back to Portland. But the reason why Portland's doing this is so he can go back home. Go back home and be with his family and kids. And also be back where he wanted to be. And Portland was ultimately that option. I think Portland is the team that could be on the rise. In all honesty, and maybe he wins a championship as a bench point guard in his final years if the Portland rebuild does go to fruition, because I think they have something in Hanson Yang, who should have been, and I'm gonna get a lot of shit for saying this, but he probably should have been a top 5 pick. Looking back on this already. He's going to be something special, man. That kid's going to be the leader of this offense by the time Damian comes back. But be a part of a young, exciting team with Yang, Kamara, Klingon, Shadon Sharp, Scoot Henderson maybe does well. I mean, we'll see. Denny Avija, I forgot to talk about him. We'll see what happens, but I think this is still a really good young team regardless. And for him, wait a few years, see if he wins a championship. If not, and he can still play, go to a contender later and win a ring. But ultimately, good for Damian, man. I mean, he tried to chase a ring, didn't work out, and now he's back in Portland. So maybe he wins a ring as a coach, maybe he wins a ring as an executive. I don't know if he'll win a ring in the future, but that will depend a lot on Hanson Yang's development and how this team goes. So, and yes, I know some people might be crazy for me calling Hanson Yang the next big center. He's going to be. I mean, he will run the offense in Portland. I think he might be. I think he should be a starter, but that's besides the point. But yeah, that kid is going to be incredible. Watch out for him. You can call it right now. That kid's going to be an All-NBA player one day. I mean, he's just so fucking talented, man. But anyway, in terms of the basketball side, so Lillard's going to use this year to recover and get ready for 2026 for 27 season, right? So, for Drew Holiday may still be here, who knows? But if we're gonna take like this team, it's gonna be the same as next year. Let's just take it, right? You have your center trio, of one of them. I think Robert Williams might be gone, but we'll see. You're gonna have Kamara, you're gonna have Avija. I don't know if you're still have Grant. Maybe you get a backup 3 during this time. You're gonna get more backup guard depth. You still have Scoot. You might have Drew playing backup if he's still on the max, so he's still going to be on the big ass deal. So maybe you use that to go get someone in a sign and trade. Basketball wise, I think this is like I'm going to try to win a championship when I'm 38 years old type of deal, which isn't the worst for him, because I think hopefully he can mentor Scoot potentially if he wants to do that. Mentor Shaden, mentor Avija, mentor their top 6 right here. But honestly, from a basketball sense, I get why Portland needed a guard for next season. Not this season, but for next season, it made sense to bring back Lillard, get a 4-man going, but get your top 4 guards together. Maybe add another guard that can play the wing. But ultimately, this honestly, for this season at least, but for Portland in the future, it will be good for them. Maybe Drew Holiday falls off a cliff by then. Same with Damian Lillard. I know they might be targeting to make the playoffs next season. We'll see about that. A lot of this is like really projection, because this team, if you know anything, with the Drew Holiday, maybe they might get more pieces. Maybe they might try to contend to be in the playoffs. Who knows? But this is really interesting. I don't know how it's going to go for 26 or 27. We'll see how Lillard recovers from his Achilles and see if he's the same old Lillard. If he's not the same old Lillard, it's fine. As long as you get a productive Lillard, I think that's the only thing NBA the only thing that NBA fans can ask for. I do wonder what his role will be. I don't know if he'll be a starter. Like, I'm talking like when he comes back, obviously. I don't know if he's gonna be or this season at least. I don't know what his role is gonna be. Maybe he becomes a mentor to Scoot, like I already mentioned. But in terms of for Damian personally, obviously it means a lot. He gets to be back home. He gets to be with his family, and he gets to play basketball and make $42 million, and he makes $70 million next season. So ultimately, that's a win for him. I mean, he's chilling. He doesn't need to do any of this, but clearly wants to be back in Portland, give the fans something, and honestly, I don't blame him. In terms of what this means for the future, say if Hansen Yang and Donovan Clingan are still here, like in 28, right? And Lillard is 30 and they're going for a championship, which I can see, by the way. Like, if they get rid of Grant's contract and add another max, who knows? But, and Shadon Sharp continues to rise. Scoot Henderson suddenly breaks out, hopefully. Maybe they draft another guard during that time, who knows? This season, I can see him being a play-in team. Maybe at the end, Lillard can come back for like 2 games or whatever. But I think this team is eyeing. They're hoping that Drew Holiday can hold on till 26 to 27 and then make a push for a ring. He can just be their Bruce Bowen, which I know is a very weird comp because Bruce is a forward and Drew is a guard. But in terms of like basketball-wise, they're just hoping to reincarnate themselves into like the mid-2000s Spurs with Hansen Yang leading the way, because I know they probably love him, and they should. I think he's going to be the starter over Clingan one day. I think his passing ability and his ability to be that lead guy will separate him over everybody else. If you've been watching any footage of him, I think it's pretty obvious. His passing ability is second to none. He's going to be the second best passing big man. By the time he gets into the NBA, he can run an offense. I mean, you have something with him. I mean, this is going to largely depend on the evolution of Clingan, Hansen Yang, Tumani Kamara. See how Denny Avdija continues to progress. Do they get somebody else other than Jeremy Grant to be the other big wing? Shadon Sharp, is he going to progress? Do you move Scoot Henderson to get a better young point guard? I mean, there's a lot at stake. Not with this move, but just with this roster in general. And I know I'm tracking off a bit, but for Damian, it's good. I think for the fans, it's good. I think for the Blazers, it's good, because now you're already making a shit ton of money with Hansen Yang. I mean, you're gonna make so much fucking money because it's China, obviously. But goddamn, my apologies. But basketball wise, I think it's gonna be good. For 26-27 at least, not 25-26, unless you shock everyone and make the playoffs. Maybe then Damian Lillard comes back, although he probably shouldn't. He should just recover this year and just wait till next year. But good for Damian, good for the Blazers. I think 26-27, the Blazers will make the playoffs because Hansen Yang will be probably one of the best young center in the NBA by the time he's here. Clingan might be back up. I think Rob Williams might be gone. Maybe he plays the 4. I mean, they need another backup wing, man. There's a lot that needs to be added to this roster, but they have a bright young future. So, I think you'll pan out for Portland, although they're shit at developing players. But, yeah, that's what I have to say about it. I think it's a good move for everybody involved. I think 26-27 is when we're going to see a jump for Portland in terms of being a good basketball team. And we'll see where we'll go over there. So, thanks for watching. My shooting guard rankings will be out later tonight. So, peace.